Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Lancescurv. We're back with part two of protecting yourself in the deadly world of deception. We had part one. It was so energetic and so all over the place in a good way that I said, okay, we got to do this again. We got to do this again. We didn't cover all the points, but it was a really, really good show. And this is the same show, except we're going to go down and deal with more points. I got in at the last second. I had everything set up and I had to make a run all the way downstairs. And I was like, So I might have been a few seconds late, but lo and behold, I'm here. And I'm going to go down these points. I'm going to jump right on everything because the last show we did, we really had a great conversation. But people wanted to hear us, hit these points. So that's what I'm definitely going to do right now. Let me just pull this up on my computer, on my other computer, and we're going to roll. But I hope everybody today is feeling good. I have a lot of ingenious ideas on things I'm been working on. And just to bring better content, bring more soul. And I'm fighting a cold. People out there who don't cover their mouths are so ignorant, selfish, and not cultured. When you're around people and you sneeze out, and so you're basically saying, I don't care if you catch a cold or not. That is so inconsiderate and so, I don't know. That's something that I hate. I can't stand it. I'm saying it for all the other people that don't like it either. You go around people, put your face on the inside of your elbow, cover your mouth, but and you're spraying particles of your saliva. Look, if it's with your lover and you're swapping spit and crotch sauce, it doesn't matter, right? So have some manners and consideration. You never know. You might go to a job interview and lose a job that you never had because of that, right? So I'm going to read this piece off again. Put us in the mood. We're going to get into it because I think I'm going to be off the chain today. I'm starting off sounding very civil, but I think I'm going to be off the chain today. In today's world, it's easy to get caught up in the surface level reality of our daily lives, unaware of the deeper illusions and deceptions that surround us. Many people live their lives oblivious to the fact that there are unseen forces at play, influencing their thoughts, actions, and relationships. These manipulative entities operate on physical, mental, and spiritual planes, creating a web of illusions that can trap even the most perceptive individuals. Tonight's discussion, once again in this part two, aims to shed light on these deceptions, helping you to become more aware and guard your energy against those who seek to exploit it. You're a battery to many people. You don't even realize it. Your energy and your light can be seen not only in the physical, even when it's not seen in the physical, it's seen in the spiritual world. And when you have these entities that are basically negative and demonic, they see you coming a mile away, but you don't see them. It's almost like when you go through the woods in the daytime, you don't hear anything, but go there at night. You hear all different types of noises and things, and it's loud. Where are these things? They're right there when you're walking past them in the daytime, but you don't see it at night. And you're walking around with your cell phone. All those things see the light of your cell phone as you walk by, but that's physical. In the real world, the negative people that house these demonic forces and negative energies, they see you coming a mile away, and you make them feel uncomfortable, even when you don't open your mouth, even at your mere presence, even if you never lock eyes with them. They start to get uncomfortable for some reason. And they don't like you. Your light agitates their demons. And that's the real deal with that. But let's look at, I have three lists, right? Spiritual deceptions, mental deceptions, and physical deceptions, right? We started out with 2 or 3 from each, and each one has 10, so that's 30. So I'm going to start with the physical, then the mental, then the spiritual. We're going to overlap what we did before, all right? So here we go. Physical deceptions, hidden agendas in relationships. Individuals may enter relationships for selfish reasons, such as financial gain or social status, while presenting a facade of genuine interest. Groupies, social status. That dude who's broke and doesn't have any money, and he's not trying to get any money, but he wants to befriend you so you can let him sleep on your couch. Come on now. They'll be very friendly. It's like this song years ago, smiling faces sometimes pretend to be your friend. Remember that song? Because they have a hidden agenda and secret motivation. And people want to call me paranoid, but the ones who call me paranoid are the ones who got caught. They got caught. Now you want to badmouth me for catching you before you get through with what you wanted. Be straight up and ask. But people are so deceptive that way. Number two, exploitation of kindness. People may take advantage of your generosity and kindness, draining your resources without reciprocating. Oh, I'm late to work and I don't want to take public transportation. Can you take me in your car? Or maybe you can leave your car with me so I can go shopping at Walmart after? And the demands keep getting greater and greater. And even you have the people who are sneaky with it, who are just siphoning off your resources just because you told them one time, oh yeah, you can do that. So now it's always at that level. Now they got to push it to the next level. Next, they'll be driving your car, living up in your house, doing pay-per-view on your cable, talking about, oh, the bill's high, it's about to cut off. You need to pay it. Oh, by the way, you need to wash the car, tune it up, and put some gas in it. Say, whoa, wait a second. They'll do that. Exploitation of kindness. 3, surface level beauty. Physical attractiveness can mask deeper issues or malicious intent, leading to deceptive relationships. When a person looks good, it's not just one way to look good, but the physical attractiveness. Now, you know when men see a really sexy woman, shapely woman, pretty woman, and that's subjective, right? All of a sudden, the level of resistance goes down. They're willing to let them do things that they wouldn't let another woman do. You know what I mean? And the same thing with some of these women. They see an attractive man, maybe he has a little money or appears to have a little money, and they let that surface level attractiveness let them in. It's like when you're in a bouncer at the club and you want all the pretty people in, whatever that means. Pretty can mean anything. They're well dressed, they carry themselves a certain way. They don't let everybody in, but they point to a person way in the back. And all those other people that didn't get in, like, wait a second, how did they get in? They don't look good. They don't look like they have any money. What's going on with that? Number 4, consumerism. The illusion that material possessions bring happiness drives people to pursue wealth and objects, often leading to dissatisfaction and emptiness. I don't really yearn for much these days. I've learned about this. I learned about this a long time ago. I'm happy with what I have. I don't need to have look, I was going to say I don't even have to have the latest car. Right now, I don't even have any car. I get around. Transportation is cheap where I live, and I have no problem with that. I don't need the phallic status symbol to prove to somebody I have arrived or to look good at the red light. And it's me paying the note, me paying the maintenance, and I'm suffering just for that. My revenge on all of that consumerism, foolishness, and materialism is that I don't have to pay anything at all. When I used to drive the bus, I used to look down on some expensive cars and see the pretty dashboards that they had. And guess what? You pay for it. I got a chance to see it. Workplace manipulation. Let me just move this other mouse over so I can see something. Let me see. Okay, we got a few people in here. Workplace manipulation. Colleagues or bosses may use flattery and deceit to exploit your skills and efforts for their own advancement. How about way back in the day, and we're free, we're not slaves, and all of a sudden you have that white man who is the supervisor, and he says, hey, to the big, strong black man, I bet you you can't lift those 4 heavy boxes over to the other side of the yard. Yeah, I can do it. I'm strong. I can lift it. Watch me. So this is what he does. He goes and lifts it like the fool because he was manipulated at the workplace. You see what I mean? People take you out to lunch. They want to know something about another coworker. You never know what people are coming with. Number 6, facade of friendship. Some people pose as friends to use you for their own gain, disappearing when you are no longer useful to them. You get a lot of that out here in Ghana. I ain't gonna lie. You see me, you know I'm from a different place. They have the perception that everybody from America is rich. I've had dudes walk up to me, hello, my friend. I need your number. I need to be your friend. Translation, I need to communicate with you so when I need shit, I can call you and just get shit. And if I'm inside your house, I can take shit. And when I'm done with your shit, I'm gone. Excuse the profanity. I had to say it that way. But that is what so many people do. They see the advantage of being around you, being with you. This is why right now I'm into the whole low-key thing. I ain't wearing no jewelry. And when I do get a vehicle, it's going to be something that I keep, but it's for me to get around comfortably. It probably will be brand new, but I'm going to keep it for the rest of my life. Last vehicle I had, what was it, 1995 to 2020? So what is that, 25 years? So if I get something at 61 and keep it for 25 years, that means I'll be driving it till I'm 86. And yes, if I'm alive and well on this planet, I will be driving at 86. I won't be one of those people that they run off the road at 79. No way. I got too much to do and too much footage to get. Number 7, false promises. People may make promises they never intend to keep to gain your trust and take advantage of your good faith. They present themselves as something that they're not, and they make these, these big promises. You might have met them at the car lot, right? I mean, second-hand and new car lot, but not the official dealership, right? And so he's there with his buddy, and you're a good-looking woman. So now he's going to tell the buddy, listen, I own this too, right? I got to pull her. Oh, yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead. Hello, my sister. What car are you looking to get? Oh, I'm looking for that Toyota Camry over there. Well, I can give you a good deal. Well, I'm only going to spend so much. Well, don't worry about it, sister. A phone number could change all of that. Now, some guys are not that blunt. But I mean, he might promise her the car for half price, and she might go for it, but he'll never deliver. You see what I mean? He has his own motivation that he wants to do. And she's not going to say, well, let me check and see if you do own this lot or you really work here. No, he's running game on her. And there's a lot of people now, that young lady might be open for that. Oh, I can save me some money. I get this car at a half price. Shoot him. Tell my girlfriends. And then they all come over there and he bets them all. I get all the phone calls in the world when I'm doing a show. Isn't that something? All the phone calls, phone never rings. Anyway, that's what it is. Okay, here's another one. Pretended interest. Individuals may feign shared interests and values to build a connection with you, only to manipulate you later. See, you got your own lane. You got a lot of that on the internet. You got your own lane. You're doing your own thing. You're not bothering nobody. Then here people come along, and we call it the Cash App crew. Want to get on your show, put their Cash App out there, get some money, but they don't want to really have a connection. They don't really want to do the work, but they pretend to get next to you. You might like to bake cakes, and here's this big buck coming. Yeah, I like to bake cakes too. Looking at your cleavage. It shouldn't be that way. You should pick up on these things early. See what they did in the past. See if they really are into this thing. Oh, I love crocheting. Looking at your big legs. You see what I mean? You're just saying that to get in. So many people do that. And I'm going to throw a curve. The church is full of them. The black church. The black church is full of frauds. And the bad part is that half the people who know the deal, they keep their mouth shut. For the people who go in there acting like they have pretended interest. Like, oh yes, I'm interested in having my soul saved and serving the Lord. No, they want you to serve them while you're on your knees and not to pray. Number 9, facade of stability. People might present themselves as stable and reliable to gain your trust, hiding their true chaotic nature. I knew a dude, I won't even say his name. He acted so stable. He would meet people new around me. I really didn't hang around them. I'll say this, I grew up around them. And so the couple of times that we bumped into each other and we might have been shopping, and I said, okay, hey, I'll take you home. We're around each other. Oh, take me here, take me there. And he'd meet people. And the bottom line is that he was so convincing, and he would always be dressed up. And he would meet these young ladies and this job that never existed, and he was very intelligent, knew how to speak. The dude was a straight up crackhead. And I remember one day he came to me, he had to cash this check. And I knew him all along, but I didn't know, he got into the crack thing. So I was like, yeah, okay. We went to this bank, turned it down. Went to that bank, turned it down. Went to the airport somewhere, there's a bank in there, turned it down. Eventually, he got it cashed, and him and this young lady were in on it on doing so. I don't know. I don't think it was anything illegal, but it was her check, and he was trying his best to go get it cashed for her, with her, somehow, some way. So looking back, they both were crackheads, even though that was a check. I don't know what was up with that, but he always put out there how, he didn't say it, but he acted that way. And there's no woman out here who doesn't want a stable man, right? I mean, it's my desire to meet somebody who he's on drugs. Yes. He's selling his backside. Yes. Well, that helps with the money. It may not be a lot. And I think that's quite stable. If your standards are that low, you deserve what you get. Number 10, manipulative help. Offers of help and support can sometimes be a way to make you dependent on the helper, giving them control over your life. Yeah, and it's also a way that they can get in. They can get in on your life. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna tell it straight up. Not too long ago, I'm not gonna say exactly what it was. I'm not afraid to say it because they ain't gonna do nothing if I do say it. There's a lot of work being done here. And we had someone come here for a particular, it wasn't electric, wasn't plumbing, maybe it was, I don't know, but it was one facet of home building. They had to make a correction in something because something was done wrong. And they brought along a helper. And the helper wasn't helping. The helper was busy looking around, looking up and down, looking at things on the table. I got my equipment here, different places or whatever. And so I said, I better watch this dude. So I was outside doing something. I was washing off something by the tank. And he said, oh, let me help you. I insist. He put his shoulder next to mine like he's going to shove me out the way. And I resist. I said, no, I got this. I'm funny that way. If I'm washing something, I got to do it because I have to know it's really clean, right? No, I insist. I said, I'm sorry, man. You can say it a million times. I got to do this. It's the way I am. So he's staring at me, standing next to me, staring at me. I'm like, what's this dude? After a while, I was like, why are you staring at me like this for? So he smiled a smirk. I wasn't ready for this. He says, oh, I want to stay with you. I said, what? I want to stay with you. Well, you're staying with me right here when the dude's done working, who you're supposed to be helping, as opposed to being up in my face. That's it. No, I want to live with you. You want to live with me? What's my wife going to say? No, bro. No, look, excuse my French. I'm like, listen, I'm the only dick in this house. I'm the only dick swinging in this house. Ain't nobody else coming up in here. I lived too long, been through too much, and I'm the king of my castle, and I'm going to enjoy it that way. You understand? It ain't going to go no other way. That's how they do. The manipulation is just so crazy. So now we're going to go over to mental deceptions, gaslighting. Manipulators distort your perception of reality, making you doubt your own sanity and intuition, which erodes your self-confidence. See, when people want to gaslight somebody or use them, when you already have an abundance of confidence and you walk that way and you deal that certain way, they don't really come at you. They'll go after somebody who is an easier target. No, that's not to say they're not going to take their time on you to break your confidence and to make you doubt your own sanity, but you're too big of a task. You're too big of a job. They don't want to do it. If there's 10 people and 2 easy marks over there, they're not going to go to the hardest person. They're going to deal with the easiest marks. You know what I mean? So even if you're not all the way confident, you have to act confident. Act confident. You could be scared, your heart up in your throat bumping. Act confident because it's a storm that will pass temporarily. 2, narcissistic abuse. Narcissists use charm and deceit to manipulate their victims, creating a false reality where the victim constantly questions their worth and reality. Yeah, they will get you down. Yeah. They manipulate you into a place. They learn you. They pick you up, or rather pick up your spirit, pick up your rhythm. It's like a fighter in the first round is fighting a guy whose style he doesn't know. He does little trick things, little feints to see the reaction, to see the timing, and to see if this guy has footwork or whatever. They check you out and they destroy you. That's just the way they are. Number three, propaganda. Media and influential figures often present biased information, shaping public perception and beliefs to serve hidden agendas. Of course, that's the game of the media. When you're not down with them, they want to shadow ban you. They want to take your channel down when you're on social media because it goes against what they want you to believe. And most of the people out here are like sheeple. Most of the people out here don't think for themselves and put together or connect the dots that they should. They just want to get it given to them. Oh, let me just put on the news and see what's happening out in the world. Something could be happening around the corner from you in your own neighborhood, and you're watching what somebody else deems as the news. Well, that's on the list of importance for them. Because remember, the news is a business. The media is a business. Whoever pays for those commercials and supports the whole workings of it, they have a say in what the media says. So it's not fair and balanced. Why do you even have to say that? It should be fair and balanced, but it's not. You look at Fox, look at headline news and CNN, they'll take the same story and twist it where it's slightly different to fit their agenda. And I can say that a million times, and folks just don't understand it, and folks just won't see it. But they'll fall victim to it and wake up to reality one day and find themselves in a sorry state of affairs. Confirmation bias. People tend to seek information that confirms their pre-existing beliefs, ignoring evidence to the contrary, leading to a distorted view of reality. Oh, I already talked about the church, but I got to come on back to them. See, if it doesn't fit what they already have glued in their brain, they reject you. You know, and they will be in their own world. And the only way to permeate this life, their life, you're going to have to act like them. But you know, so many people are running around here. You see them walk down the same street. You see them get on the same buses and trains and go to the same supermarkets. And you think this person, I mean, it may not be where they are, all that you think that they are. There was a lady who used to ride the bus. And she had a smile. She swiped her card, nod her head and smile. And I saw her, you know, always with a book in her hand. And so I was at the red light one time and she said something to me. And she says, driver, did you eat your pancakes this morning? And I turned around and looked at her. And one of her eyes were looking off the other side of it doesn't mean you're crazy when your eyes are off, but a lot of crazy people got some jacked up eyes. And I said, excuse me, did you put syrup on it? And one of the guys that rides the bus on the regular, he's like, listen, it was just a matter of time before you found out. That lady's straight tarded. I said, but she has these very intelligent books in her hand. She's bringing books home because she works at a bookstore, sweeping up. She doesn't do anything, but she brings home books, you know, for her brother. I'm like, what? And then she started getting more talkative, man. And I used to hate to see her coming. She come with something off the chain all the time. Make me look crazy. And once you start these cray folks up, that's it. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be against anybody. Number 5, subliminal messaging. Advertisements and media often use subliminal messages to influence behavior and thought patterns without conscious awareness. Yes, they do. How many times did you wake up in the morning time, going to work, or if it's the weekend, just cutting the lawn or just doing some housework, and you singing, you know, the Kentucky Fried Chicken jingle? You singing some jingle for a TV show you like because you fell asleep with the TV on, and this thing played long way over and over. Commercial kept coming on, and you wake up with this thing in your head. I mean, let's hope they don't have a jingle where they say, tomorrow I'm going to drink some poison. Tomorrow I'm going to drink some poison. Because it'll get in your head to do stuff. So imagine how music videos rouse up anger in the Black community and manipulate us to want to be thugs and hoes and bad bitchs. It goes that deep because, see, we choose to watch those things, right? It's just something that is so elementary. And you got to guard your brain, you got to protect your brain. We put our brain wide open and we absorb all kind of filth. Tell me this, you know what it's like when you're in a book. I'm talking about the other crazy with the pancakes, right? But you know what it's like in a cookout. You got a little hamburger, some fries, maybe something else on the side, and something to drink. And those flies just keep on landing, just landing, just landing. You don't want that. Well, this is how subliminal messages are. But you don't know the flies were landing on your food. You see what I mean? Would you leave that plate outside with a whole afternoon flies crawling all over it, and you don't do anything to cover it? Well, you should do something to cover your brain because it's the same thing. Number 6, false narratives. Society often promotes success, happiness, and fulfillment through material wealth and social status, leading people to chase illusions. Isn't that something? In this day and age, we don't even have enough time with our loved ones, the people we care for, close friends, loved ones, people in our inner circle. It used to seem like, for me, because, you know, I was born in 63, back in the 70s as a teenager, young teenager, it seemed like we had more time with our loved ones, more time with our friends, more downtime, more bored time. Really and truly, this is what I mean when I say, look, to be bored is a luxury because most of us are running around like crazy. Chance Rogers, what's going on? You know I'm scurving them. You're going to make me make a t-shirt with that on there. But yeah, we don't have time to be bored. What happened to the time we can just chill? Look, I'm not going to say we broke like that, but how many times, you know, folks are broke and you enjoying the best times with each other? Hey, man, I got a little money for ice cream cone. Yeah, I got money for a small order of fries. Well, man, we might as well stay here and chill and eat what's out of my mama's refrigerator. This is when you're a teenager, not a grown behind man, right? But it's just too busy. Our mind is clogged with these things on social media or phones, which have turned into a cerebral crack pipe, you know? So it sucks out the life out of us. And we don't have that human touch anymore. We don't hug anymore. We don't hold each other's hands. We don't sit next to each other in the park and just talk about anything. If we're ready to argue or talk about something, yeah, we do that. But other than that, the joy of the person that you know, let's celebrate them in life. It's crazy. False narratives. Number 6, society often promotes success. Okay, yeah, I did that one already, right? It scrolled up. Peer pressure. Number 7, the desire to fit in can lead individuals to conform to group norms and behaviors that are not aligned with their true selves. Exactly. But see, the problem was, for me personally, I wasn't changing who I was for anybody. I wasn't changing who I was for anybody. I'm sorry. I am me. I love me. I enjoy me. Hey, it doesn't mean I'm stuck on myself, but I'm my best friend. And I love the company. I love my own company. So that's why, you know, I'm a very, how could I put it? Extroverted loner, an extroverted hermit. In the past, some people would say, oh, you're going to cut him off and he's on his own. I'm like, you did me a favor because I don't have to babysit your energies now. I love good people and good vibrations. But when people think that it's sugar, honey, iced tea in their life and they think that you're all bent out of shape because they're not around, listen, kick rocks, keep it moving, right? Number 8, psychological warfare. Emotional manipulators use tactics such as guilt tripping and playing the victim to control and exploit others. Yeah, emotional manipulators. They'll cry and touch your heartstrings, and you're sitting there looking at them. Oh, I'm going to give them a break. Oh, your girlfriend threw you out. I'll let you stay here. That's what he wants because you look good in them tight jeans and a tight skirt. So he's going to manipulate you. That's inappropriate anyway. But people do that. They do that. I had people walking to me in the street within the last few days, different people. Oh, my grandmother died, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I have to get up some money to take care of my grandmother's funeral, and I don't know what I'm going to do. My bills are not paid. My light bill's not paid. And plus, I think I'm coming down with malaria, so I have to get malaria medication. I don't even have the money for that. And they're looking at me like, let's see the effect it had on you. I'm sorry, I'm cruel. Oh, this is me now. Oh, I got 10 hungry babies in America, and they all have different baby mamas, and I got to feed them, and I got to clothe them, and then the baby mamas want extra money to go to the doctor. Oh, I'm so sorry. And I think I'm coming down with the flu, and I don't even have enough money for the flu medicine. And I look them back in the eye. I look them right back in the eye, and they're sitting there pissed. Like, this guy knows my hustle. You're daggone right. You know, I used to be nice, but now I'm in the phase of not nice. Only nice with people I know in my inner circle, my true inner circle, but no more energy leaking, no more focusing on, I'm going to save the world. Worse than Captain Save-A-Ho. You gonna try to save the world? Come on. Unbelievable. Cognitive dissonance. Number 9. Holding conflicting beliefs leads to discomfort, causing people to rationalize and justify harmful or irrational behaviors. Yeah, I knew a Klansman. Not like I hang out with Klansmen, but I knew a Klansman when I used to work in corrections, which half of them were Klansmen anyway, truth be told. And I had a post with him. And he wasn't walking around with a hood to my white pow. He was actually on the surface very polite, soft-spoken, and he was country. This is Florida. We began to talk over the months we worked on this post. We got to know each other very well. And so the rumor was that he was in the Klan. There were other ones who admitted it, and that's your business. Keep that shit away from me. But he did admit it. And so I said, listen, I got a couple questions for you. And I talked with him a little bit. He opened up a little more about certain things, and he realized that he was handed this philosophy. This is what he grew up in, so that's what he was. I said, do you know how much life you're missing out on because of the narrow world that you live in? You're not going to exterminate all the black people off the country. That's impossible. Or the world, that's impossible. You hate on them, you this and that. So he's like, oh, yeah, you're right, Lance. So you're right, Scurv. Whatever. Like I said, he had a very deceptive way. I know when he goes home, it's like, white power, white power. Why do they say it like that? White paw. Like there's no W. Paw. Like paws on a dog. White paw. Then you paw, right? Billy Bob. But he admitted, oh, I always love having a black girlfriend on the side. And we can do our thing, and then she goes home. So you using the black woman who is unsuspecting and stupid, you're using her this way to have your way, but you hate black people. You don't hate it when you're up in it. What about that? Number 10, social media facades. People curate perfect lives on social media, creating illusions of happiness and success that can lead to feelings of inadequacy and envy. You're right. You'd be surprised. That's why with me, I just tell like it is about my personal life as much as I tell. When people are in shock when you really like that. Yeah, it's really like this. People said I was faking when I was coming out here to Africa. Oh, that nigga ain't coming out to no damn Africa. He ain't even got no money for the plane ticket. And when they saw me 2 weeks later, I would reach out to these individuals. I wanted to talk to them. You can't get them now. But it's not a fake thing. I work very hard every day, sacrifice to do what I have to do in this life. And it was a life that was already in progress aside from social media before social media came to be what it is today. But it's crazy how people think that, especially me, I show improve all the time. So they even come with that. So we're going to move up to spiritual deceptions. That's the juiciest one. That's the one I want to talk about the most. Okay, here we go. Spiritual deceptions, false. And we spoke about these first few on the other show, but I'm just going to keep it complete, right? False gurus and spiritual leaders, number 1. Dr. Kang. Many self-proclaimed spiritual leaders exploit their followers for personal gain. They present themselves as enlightened beings, but are driven by ego and material desires. Now, look, we all know about 4 years ago, I was duped, fooled, bamboozled. Common sense would miss me even if it hit me in the head because they wanted the following that I had, right? On the old channel. They wanted that following to get to talk their stuff and win the trust by being with me. Oh, if Lance condones him, he's got to be all right. This is why I do a house cleaning. I don't know everything about the person and can prove it. You ain't coming on. To sell something? I mean, to shoot the crap, yeah, we can talk. That doesn't matter, but people are going to dig in their pockets for money for products that you're going to buy that I condone and you rip them off? No. I'm going to call them out. That's what it is. Number 2, energy vampires. Some individuals are drawn to your light and positivity. not to uplift themselves, but to drain your energy. They leave you feeling exhausted and depleted after interactions. Oh, God, tell me about it. They're drawn to your light and positivity, and they start saying, I could use this fool. I could drain them down. See, there's no gauge on your body. Like right by my left nipple, there's a gauge that says if I'm 63% power. No, but you feel it. And anything that overwhelms you this way to make you feel drained, you got to get away from it and keep it away from you. There are people today that, I'll call you later. I'll call them. I'm fast asleep, man. I'll talk to you tomorrow. You got to, because they'll take a big chunk out of your energy and a chunk out of your day by being an energy vampire. Number 3, illusions of spiritual progress. Spiritual materialism leads people to believe that they are progressing spiritually when they are merely accumulating spiritual experiences as a status symbol. Isn't that something? Wow. I knew people who would get in the spirit in church on cue. Certain man walk by that they knew was single. Forget it. They've fallen out to impress him with that tight dress on. Making sure when they wiggle in the spirit, they turn their butt to that guy's face so he can fully see those panty lines. I know the tricks. I know all the tricks. That's why folks don't dig me too much, because I blow them up. Don't do that. And they act like they're so holy, but they're really just in the church looking for a man. And you being fooled by this holy roller female with this nice butt now. She got to have the butt in church, Yeah, the Lord desires. She's the Lord too. Look at that backside. Wow, tearing that up. You see what I mean? That's the bait. And you ain't no way into the church. This goes for men too. They go in there looking for easy prey. They say, I'm looking for my Boaz. I'm in the church looking for my Boaz. And all these dudes in the church looking for is your ass and some free ass and some easy ass, and not just like you with Boaz. And you know what's up. They'll get together faster than you announce to the church. I just met him. We're going to take a few months to get to know each other and date. And then maybe courting, maybe next year. And then we'll get engaged. Well, 2 weeks later, after you met him, you engaged and engorged and impaled on that stiff, turgid, vague-laced, heavy organ of his throbbing, calling out the Lord's name. Crazy. Karmic relationships. Number 4. Relationships that seem destined or karmic can sometimes be traps where you are repeatedly drained emotionally and spiritually, hindering your growth. See, you'll hold on to a relationship long when you think, oh, this is destiny, and it's rough times now, but I know things are going to be better in the end because this is destiny. The other thing is, this is the Lord's union. The Lord want to be. No. You saw that man's money. You saw he had that big house. You saw he had no kids. And you're like, it's the Lord. No, it ain't. It ain't no destiny. It's your greed. You made the decision, especially crack your legs open, and he gave you that baby, and he wasn't nowhere in sight. He wasn't worshiping the Lord then. He got what he wanted, and he left. Number 5, manipulative healers. Some healers may offer services that seem beneficial, but subtly create dependency, keeping you coming back for more sessions instead of empowering you to heal yourself. Oh yeah, here's a spiritual bath. And usually that's a placebo effect, because you heal yourself mentally. And you go buy these spiritual baths and do this and do that for prosperity. And these people are still in the same place they've been in, made no progress. I'm not saying you have to focus on being a millionaire or a billionaire, but you'd be a little bit better off as opposed to, boiling a little Lipton tea and something and saying it's a spiritual bath. Get out of here. Get out of here. Spiritual bypassing, avoiding difficult emotions or situations by masking them with spiritual beliefs or practices can lead to unresolved issues festering beneath the surface. You have a young lady who was molested and violated when she was very young, and she doesn't want to face it. So she goes to church and she bypasses facing it because she has these spiritual beliefs that overlays it, that in her delusion of lying to herself, She doesn't feel it as much, but she knows it's there. So when she deals with somebody who knows the deal and brings it up to them, have you been going to therapy for what happened to you years ago? Oh, no, don't bring it up. Uptight. I mean, people do this and it's a defense mechanism. I'm not making fun of anybody. But if you got some shit up under your rug, sweep that bad boy out. Sweep it out before you get company and they trip over the rug because that stuff is bulging up. And then they ain't gonna say nothing. They're gonna talk about you like a dog. I went over Sister So-and-so house, and her house was nasty. She had about 3 inches of dust up under that rug. I almost tripped and bust my face. Everybody's gonna be looking at you funny. Yeah, the house looked nice from the outside, but I hear she keep her house nasty. This is gonna get worse. They're gonna lie, add on, and clothes all over the place, and dishes in the sink. It might have just been that rug. But you gotta be on point. Because these people, they'll bring it to you. Look, black people will do it. Other people can do it, but nobody does it better than black people. Number 7, fake positivity. Toxic positivity encourages ignoring genuine feelings and experiences in favor of maintaining an illusion of constant happiness, which is neither realistic nor healthy. Yeah, toxic positivity. I like that. Not to say they're always like down and out there high. They might sometimes be happy. But if you have to go and put a covering of this thing all the time over you that you're happy all the time, something's wrong. Something's wrong. Ain't nobody got a Prozac gland inside of them. Well, I think my Prozac gland is malfunctioning because I have not been happy in the last few days. I need to go to the doctor to get a massage of my Prozac gland. But they want to let you know that, and that's when you know there's a problem. But somebody's always trying to make it seem as though, everything is perfect, everything is all right. And then you got the people on the flip side. How you doing? Is everything all right? So you mean nothing's not wrong? You look mad at something. What's wrong? Like, yo, ain't nothing wrong. Why are you looking for this? That's the flip side of it. When you're genuinely happy and you got the people, you're mad at something? What you mad at? Did I do something to you? I was like, I haven't seen you in 2 weeks. What do you mean did you do something to me? It's crazy. These are those games people play. Chakra manipulation. Chakra Khan. No, I said chakra. Number 8, some individuals may manipulate your energy centers for their own benefit, causing imbalances and blockages in your spiritual energy flow. That's true. And they start dealing in the occult and witchcraft. I'm not saying dealing with the chakras, which is very much a real thing, but there's a lot of overlap. There's a lot of overlap with this stuff. And I'm going to call it out. A lot of your black folks are into the other stuff, ooh, and you're going to find out. There's a natural thing that's out there, but there's a certain line you don't cross. You're going to meet your maker. You're going to meet the one who you honor, you see? Because everything we need is on the inside of us. We don't need to go to wear these bracelets and these necklaces and all, and wear this for that, and wear this for that. Come on. When you drop a seed in the ground, and it feels the warmth of the soil and the moisture from the rain, and then eventually it pierces through the top of the soil and gets the sun for itself, and it really grows. And when it rains, it hits the roots and it grows. Everything you need for anything in life, if you live life properly, to learn from experiences you have on the inside. You don't need to go pay some hocus pocus person to do what? And what's the intention of what you're doing, right? I don't understand people sometimes. We always go for the okie doke. False intimacy. People may use spiritual language and concepts to create a false sense of intimacy and connection, only to exploit you emotionally or financially. And it happens every single day. Somewhere out here in the world, it happened today. It's going to happen tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day. The false intimacy and using that spiritual language and concepts, especially when you talk that way. God is good. And they finish up all the time. She looks like, oh, are you a Christian? I'm picking on Christians now, right? Yes, I am. Now, the last time you were in the church was 15 years ago when you were waiting for the bus and they let you in to use the bathroom. That's the last time you've been in there. So don't even try to front. A lot of people front. I'll leave that one alone. Number 10, spiritual elitism. The belief that one spiritual path is superior to others can create division and illusion of separateness, contradicting the true essence of spirituality, which is unity and love. Exactly. Megalomaniacs and self-prescribed prophets and narcissists and I need to get the attention and all that stuff. You're all cracking up because you know what I'm saying, right? They make it. I had somebody tell me that they're a prophet. Serious is straight up like they didn't say this, but I said to myself, they really feel that they're gonna move the Book of Revelation over one spot and stick their name in there in the back. Get out of here. You're delusional. Serious. What can I say? You know, this world right now is almost like, how could I put it? For those who celebrate Christmas, it's like shopping the day after Christmas. Everything is picked over. Not everybody, not every single situation, but most people have been touched. Most people have been duped. Most people have been used and you know, they got scars. And then those scars are not healed up all the way. And here people come, you know, try to manipulate and play on that. When those scars are there, they might even protect the scar to make them feel safe forever. Like, I know exactly what you're going through. I went through the same thing. Let me talk to you. I mean, people go to great lengths to inject themselves in your life to make it seem like they're a plus, but they're not. You know, I just don't understand it. I don't know if anybody wants to chime in. I will put the link out. Let me see. Not many people here tonight. Not as much as there will be. And I will probably wrap it down in a few because I'm going to try to do some other things. I get this phenomenal program that I want to play with tonight. That didn't sound right. Just scratch that. I found this phenomenal program I want to play with tonight, right? Nah, it's nothing like that. But I'm always seeing new technology that can increase my time spent and my workload, you know, increase the workload and minimize the effort. Although I'm willing to put the hard work, why not? You know? So they have all this artificial intelligence, which should not be using artificial, making stuff up fake. But if it can help me, you know, get what I do out there faster, well, why not? I'm going to do it the same old way, just use the push broom and not go any further. Let me see something here. Let me see. Okay, we're good. Yeah, so you got to be on guard because this world that we live in is a little different than before. And no matter who you are, it's gradually getting more intense. But I'm not going to paint the picture of this doom and gloom because it's all good. But after a certain point, you have to protect yourself. You know, we have the people around us who love us and who are looking out in our best interests, but they're not always going to be around. You know, and so we have to, you know, and we know our weaknesses. We know the things that get us. We know we can't say no when somebody seems to be in need, and we have a nice spirit toward the world, and they say there's a sucker right there. You can't believe that somebody is thinking that way because you judge the world by the state of your own mind, which sets you up to be taken off, and that's not a good thing at all. You know, we all have our stories. We all have stories that we are not going to share because it's like, this is too embarrassing for me to share. You know what I mean? And I understand that. But when they, how do they say it? When you get got, look, I've been taken off before and duped and fooled. And I'm saying, you know what? I'm never going to let this happen again. We all say that. But just don't say that at the moment and not mean it. I seriously mean you need to protect yourself physically, spiritually, and mentally. And once you do that, your personal blade will cut through this world so easily because you won't get caught up and snagged into someone else's web of deception. It's very important that you understand this. You know, you can find yourself in a different place other than the trajectory that many of us have by being easily fooled. Because that's just such a waste of time. Such a waste of time. And I don't see there's a lot of that out here. You know, people walking up to you wanting to be your friend, and people just come with these scams, their hustles and clingies. Oh, let me tell you something. Oh, let me tell you something. Talk about deception. Here's the good one. This happened a couple hours ago. Now, out here in Ghana, right, we have a way of paying money other than just cash or going to the bank or checks. It's called mobile money, right? It's called Momo. It's in Nigeria. It's in other countries, and it's also in Ghana. But it's not, I think it's based out of Nigeria. So Momo is convenient for people who live way out in the country and don't have access to banks or even a cell phone signal. But if somebody wants to pay them for the work that they did, they'll pay them through Momo. All you need is your phone number. And a person can send you money, and you can send the money back, and you can pay certain specific bills. Well, how about cut this thing off because I'm on the phone right now? Yeah, okay, we good. We good. Right, I walked away from the computers. So all you need is a phone number. You tell me your phone number. Oh, I owe you 300 CDs? Okay, boom, I'm going to send you 300 CDs. And you got it. So it's very convenient. But on my local line, I have one phone, but I have the local line on it. I have the WhatsApp on it. And I have the straight American number, USA number, through an app that you can call. People are afraid to call me sometimes. I don't want to get no long distance charges. If you call it straight, it's not going to happen. Or if you call them WhatsApp, it's not going to happen. Now, my local number is a different number, right? And so I get my local calls here. And with that, you just top off what you have. It's not really like you get unlimited and whatnot. It's not like America, right? You get so many minutes or whatever, and they go down, down, down. But it's really affordable, super cheap, right? So some joker called me out of nowhere. Hello? And I'm like, hello? Hello? I'm like, hello? What's up, Landon? I see you there. I see you, brother. Hello? I said, hello, 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 hello. Speak now, or I'm gonna hang up. Oh, hello, this is the headmaster. I'm like, is this some gay shit? I had to say that. Headmaster. I said, who is this? I am the headmaster over the work that is being done. I'm the headmaster. I knew this was a scam because the guy that is doing the work now, who was supervising the guys that are here, over that company, he just left. And we had a financial agreement to come to for the next couple of weeks. And we did it. So why is this joker asking me for 250 CDs? When this next man knows in a couple of days he's going to get a larger sum of money. Why? Who is this? Do you know what 250 CDs is? Go to your calculator and put 15 into 250, because the Ghana CD exchange rate is $1 American for 15 CDs. Let's just say it was $10. I mean, one for 10. $1 American for 10 CDs. 250 CDs would be $25. Now, if you gave me $25 or threw it at me, I'm gonna take it. If I see it on the ground, I'm gonna jump down and get it. But here you are saying you're the headmaster for the work being done. Number one, this person knew that there's work being done. So evidently it's somebody who tagged along or dropped me off or dropped some equipment, but also has access to my number. My number's out there, right? My local number's out there, the WhatsApp number's out there, my straight number's out there. I don't care. But don't call me with no BS and try to get me to mobile money you 250 CDs just because you popped in and try to hustle me. So I said, this doesn't sound like the person that just left here. Why would you be asking me for 250 CDs when you know what you're going to get in a couple of days? Oh, I forgot. I need help, and I'll give it back to you. I said, you don't even select the person. Yes, I am. I'm the headmaster. I'm like, what? And I didn't like hearing that. Like, man, what are you offering here? I don't want that. No, man. Right? Let me know. I knew some headmasters, but they are not getting any payments, right? Exactly. So I said, listen. He's like, you don't know who I am? I said, nope, I don't. I said, you got WhatsApp? He said, no. I said, well, on your local phone, take a picture of your face and hold up 2 fingers. Well, why did I say hold up 2 fingers? He could have sent anybody's picture or whatever, which still is not going to get him anywhere. So this guy, once he saw I was a hard behind about it, he just sucked his teeth and hung up. Sweet D. Sweet D is made of beans. Wow, everybody is coming in by the time I'm leaving out because I also got this bad congestion. One of the workers here just sneezing all over the place. I feel like a vegetable that's at the supermarket, in the supermarket, the vegetable section, and it sprays all over you, keeps you moist. If you hear any noise, these guys are still working. These guys work daggone. It's 6 o'clock to like 9, 10 o'clock at night with a little 15-minute break to eat. Shoot, no way. No way. Not that I couldn't do it, but no, I'm not doing that day in and day out. I paced myself a little bit. Yeah, so he hung up, and I was a little angry. Like, who is this person? You have my number either directly or through somebody else, or maybe the internet. You don't know what's going on here. Headmaster. How people can be so far away and deceptive. The world of deception. It's a world that's very real to us, and we accept it as being normalcy, but it's not normal to live in a world like that where people are like maggots and like fleas, like scavengers. They're gonna jump on you and take you for what you have. That's terrible. Riri, wait a second. Everybody's coming in now? Listen, I got this bad congestion. I can extend the show a little more. But I thought it was gonna be all right, but it's like really getting to me now. I'm talking all funny and stuff like that. But if any one of you want to come in, let me know. Yes, sweetie. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Let me know. I'll drop the link if you want. If you got anything to say, I'll do that. Let me see. Let me see. I'll do it again. Okay. How do I get it on the screen here? Okay. Hold on. Let me get back to the computers. I don't want to hit nothing to mess anything up. That'd be terrible. That would be terrible. I'm so relaxed and halfway tired. I hate this. People think you went all the way to Africa to go over there and get a cold. You can get a cold anywhere. Hot as it is over here, you can get a cold over here. When you're eating good, doesn't matter. Germs get all up in you. You might knock it off faster, but it doesn't mean you can't get anything. Okay. Let's see what I can do here. Let's do this again. I think I got the same thing saved here. Come on, mouse. Behave yourself. Okay, there it is. If not, we're good. If not, we're good. And I want to do a lot more today. And there's so much noise in that earlier stream that I did. As soon as I hit the live button, bang, 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 right up under me. Because I was on the top floor and they were on the middle floor, and but they have to do that. And it's coming along fabulous. Looks like something more for Star Trek. The USS Scurv. What'd you say, Chance? The USS Scurving them. Well, listen, I'm going to get a bite to eat. And y'all let me know when you want to do something on the conference line. And to get to the conference line, all you do is go to Lancescurv.com, pull it up, and you see something right under the head, a big thing that says conference line. Just click that, and you're in. But I'm going to probably schedule something like weekly on a regular basis. And I won't even say nothing more about it. I'll advertise it for a week and make it a regular thing on a particular night. We can just go there. You know what I mean? But I'm going to sign off. And I'm going to see what else I can eat. There might be something else I want to talk about for a few minutes and whatnot. But other than that, thank you all for being here. Take care. Much love. Scurv out. Peace.